No one told you the tunnel could become your grave. The air is getting thinner. The walls feel tighter. And, somewhere ahead, someone starts screaming. You don't know why. Yet. But by the end of this journey, you'll wish you had never entered. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's get in there. Level 1, the offer. It starts with a promise, a better life, more money, more opportunities, a chance to cross the border. You meet a man who says he can make it happen. Fast, quiet, no questions asked. He speaks confidently. Like he's done this 1,000 times. Maybe he has. You hand over everything you've saved. Your future now rests in the hands of strangers. You are taken to a small safe house. The windows are covered. Phones are collected. No one is allowed to leave. The room is crowded. Families, young men, women carrying children. Everyone is nervous. Nobody talks much, because everyone is thinking the same thing. What happens if this goes wrong? Hours pass. Then a vehicle arrives. The door opens. The smugglers enter. It's time. Your heart starts pounding. You expected checkpoints. You expected fences. You did not expect what comes next, because beneath your feet, a hidden entrance is waiting, and once it closes behind you, there is no easy way back. Level 2, the descent. The hatch opens. A ladder disappears into darkness. You stare down. You can't see the bottom. One by one, people climb down. Then it's your turn. The smell hits first. Dirt, moisture, stale air. You reach the bottom. The tunnel stretches endlessly ahead. Dim lights flicker overhead. Some sections have rails. Others look unfinished. The ceiling is low, too low. You have to crouch. The smugglers push everyone forward. No stopping, no talking, no turning around. You begin walking. Minutes pass, then more minutes. The tunnel keeps going, and going, and going. You thought it would feel like an escape route. Instead, it feels like a trap. Then the lights suddenly go out. Complete darkness. Someone gasps. A child begins crying. For several terrifying seconds, you hear nothing but breathing. Then the lights return. But something has changed. One person is missing, and nobody knows where they went. Level 3. The unknown. The group continues. Nobody asks questions. Nobody wants answers. The tunnel narrows. The air feels heavier. Every breath requires effort. You begin noticing strange sounds. Water dripping, metal creaking, distant echoes, footsteps that don't belong to your group. Or maybe they do. It's impossible to tell. The smugglers become tense. They start whispering among themselves. That is when you realize something. The people leading you are scared too. And if they're afraid, what exactly is waiting ahead? Suddenly everyone stops. A signal comes through a radio. Short, urgent. The smugglers exchange looks. One of them says 3 words. Change of route. Nobody explains why. But from this moment on, everything starts going wrong. Level 4, the detour. The group turns left, then right, then left again. The tunnel becomes a maze. You are completely lost. Even if you wanted to escape, you couldn't. The smugglers move faster now, much faster. Something is chasing the schedule. Or someone. Nobody tells you. The tunnel walls become rough, unfinished. Fresh dirt crumbles from the ceiling. Every sound feels dangerous. Every vibration feels like a warning. Then, you hear it. A distant rumble. The ground shakes. Dust rains from above. Everyone freezes. The smugglers shout. Keep moving. You obey. Because nobody wants to be trapped underground. As you push forward, you notice something strange. A side tunnel. Hidden. Abandoned. Inside are old water bottles. Broken tools. Discarded clothing. Evidence that many people came through here, but not everyone made it comfortably. The sight stays in your mind. And ahead, the tunnel only gets darker. Level 5. The collapse. The air suddenly changes. Thick, Heavy, difficult to breathe. People begin coughing. A child starts crying again. The group slows down. That is when another rumble echoes above. Louder, much louder. Crack. Everyone looks up. A small piece of earth falls. Then another. Then another. Panic spreads instantly. The smugglers push everyone forward. Faster, faster, faster. Your legs burn. Your lungs ache. Then behind you, a section of the tunnel partially collapses. A thunderous roar fills the passage. Dust explodes into the air. Visibility disappears. People scream. Some fall. Others keep running. For several terrifying moments, nobody knows who is safe. When the dust settles, the route behind is blocked completely. There is only one direction left, forward, and now the tunnel feels less like a path and more like a prison. Level 6, the waiting point. The group reaches a larger chamber. For the first time, everyone stops. The silence is unsettling. No one knows why you're waiting. Minutes pass, then more minutes. Nobody speaks. The smugglers keep checking radios. Something isn't right. You can see it on their faces. Then a message arrives. The exit route is compromised. Nobody explains what that means, but the reaction tells you enough. The plan has failed. Now everyone is stuck underground. The chamber grows hotter. The air feels thinner. People begin questioning the smugglers. The answers are vague, uncertain. For the first time, the confidence is gone. You realize something terrifying. The people in charge may not actually be in control, and if they don't know what happens next, neither do you. Level 7, the final push. Hours feel like days. Then suddenly a decision is made. The group moves again, this time with urgency. No breaks, no delays. The tunnel begins sloping upward. That can only mean one thing. The exit is near. Excitement spreads, relief spreads, but relief can be dangerous. Because when people think they're safe, they stop paying attention. The smugglers warn everyone. Stay quiet, stay close, no mistakes. You continue climbing, step after step. The tunnel narrows again. The ceiling almost touches your head. Then at last, a faint glow appears ahead. A tiny light. The first natural light you've seen in what feels like forever. People smile. Some nearly cry. The nightmare is almost over. Or so they think, because the hardest part of the journey is still waiting above ground. If you're still here, don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Level 8. The exit. The hatch opens. Fresh air rushes inside. Everyone takes a deep breath. The feeling is overwhelming. You climb out carefully. For a moment, everything feels normal. The sky, the wind, the sunlight. But then reality returns. You are exhausted, dirty, disoriented, far from home, surrounded by uncertainty. The tunnel is behind you, yet the journey is not over, because crossing through the tunnel was never the destination. It was only the beginning. The risks, the sacrifices, the fear, the consequences. They do not disappear when you reach the other side. Many people imagine tunnels as secret shortcuts, simple paths to a better future. The truth is far more complicated. Every tunnel hides danger, every journey carries risk, and every person who enters one must face the unknown. Because deep underground, in darkness and uncertainty, nothing is guaranteed. Not safety, not success, not even tomorrow. And that's the part nobody tells you before the hatch closes. Level 9, the other side. You expected celebration. Instead, you feel numb. The tunnel is behind you, but your mind is still underground. Every sound makes you jump. Every shadow grabs your attention. You look around. Some people are smiling. Others are silent. A few simply stare into the distance. Nobody knows what happens next. The promises that sounded so convincing back at the safe house now feel uncertain. You remember the darkness, the collapsing dirt, the missing traveler, the hours of fear, and a question begins to grow in your mind. Was it worth it? The answer isn't simple. For some people, The journey opens new doors. For others, it becomes the start of new struggles. But one thing is clear. The tunnel changed everyone who entered it. Nobody comes out exactly the same person. And as you stand there catching your breath, you realize the tunnel wasn't just a physical journey. It was a test of fear, a test of endurance, a test of hope. And not everyone passes comfortably. Level 10, the secret below. Years later, you still remember it. The ladder, the darkness, the silence, the feeling of being buried beneath the earth. You begin learning more about tunnels. Some stretched for hundreds of meters, others for kilometers. Some contained lights, ventilation systems, rail tracks, even hidden transport equipment. From above ground, nobody would ever know. That is what makes them so fascinating and so terrifying. Entire worlds hidden beneath ordinary streets, invisible to most people, yet carrying countless stories. Stories of desperation, stories of risk, stories of people chasing opportunity, but also stories of loss. Because every tunnel has two sides, the side people talk about, and the side they don't. The dreams and the dangers, the hope and the consequences, the beginning and the ending. As the memory fades, one final thought remains. The most dangerous part of the tunnel wasn't the darkness. It wasn't the collapsing earth. It wasn't the uncertainty. It was believing that the journey would be easy. Because once the hatch closes, you're placing your future in the hands of chance. And underground, chance doesn't always play fair.